What's up, world? This your man Big Zizzo coming back at you with another quick, you know what I'm saying, some more shit that's on my mind or whatever. Peace to them boys over there in Doc Got It. Council for Life, we found. And until I'm 6 feet under. But, you know, like I said in another video, I work with a lot of kids. So, you know, and they always tell me I rap one way or another, who they like or who they dislike. And, you know, it's like everybody they like, I automatically just say they weak. I like such and such that I'm like they garbage. I like such and such, they garbage. I'm already automatically calling them weak. You know what I'm saying? Because what they fail to understand is I'm from a whole different generation of rap than they are. You see what I'm saying? See, they're from the generation that actually believe that rap started with Biggie, Jay, and Tupac. No disrespect to Jay, 'cause that's my all time favorite. But that's the, you know what I'm saying? That's the era that, you know, they actually believe that's where rap started. You know what I'm saying? And I have to, you know what I'm saying, I have to let them know that's not where rap began. At least that's not where rap began. You know what I'm saying? I try to tell them the first rap song I ever knew, word for word, was probably The Message. You know, I mean, my mom, when I was 6, 7 years old, was buying records like The Breaks, Rapper's Delight. You know what I'm saying? I knew those records, but The Message is probably like the first one that, you know what I'm saying, that really resonated with me or whatever. You know, and then you had Run MC and so on down the line. But I had to let them know that it's a whole 2 or 3 generations of rap. You know what I'm saying? Before Biggie and Tupac came along, so I'm always gonna judge rap from the era when I fell in love with it. You know what I'm saying? So when I think of great MCs, I'm always gonna think of Cool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, LL, Slick Rick. You know, I'm always gonna think of those guys. KRS One, most definitely. I'm always gonna think of those guys because that's the era I came up in. So when I hear people talking about Nicki Minaj, I'm like, Nicki Minaj couldn't hold a candle to Queen Latifah or MC Light. You know, and that's the best you can do for a female rapper right now. I let you know right now, hip hop is in trouble, and it's just and what really aggravates me and kills me is these editors. You know what I'm saying? I know these editors from these magazines had to be at least close to my age or even older, and some of the stuff, like I read some of the ratings of some of these albums, and to me, and it's I'm gonna use a Skip Bayless reference on this one. It's an ASA 10, ASA 11, ASA 12. It's not even an ASA 9. It's an ASA 10, ASA 11, or ASA 12. Because you can't sit here and tell me that Gucci Man or Lil Wayne could release an album that gets a 4 out of a 5 or an XL out of and the next high, that's almost like the highest, next to the highest grade. There's no way you can tell me that. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit here and tell me that you can listen to that Carter 4 and tell me that was a good album. You can't do it. What? You can't even understand half the shit he was saying. And another thing I'm sick of is these rappers singing. Either you're a singer or you're a rapper. Don't get on your album and sing the whole goddamn album. When did hip hop lose its way? And another thing, these rappers, these singers, quit fucking rapping. And that's probably the biggest problem with hip hop is everybody think they can fucking rap. Everybody is not meant to fucking rap. It's a fucking embarrassment to see. I mean, it's like I was looking at that cipher, and it's no disrespect to Chris Brown because I'm a huge Chris Brown guy as far as his dancing and his singing. I think he's very talented. But it's a fucking disgrace when I can look at that BET Awards and hear Estelle, who's a good singer at home, right, and Chris Brown rap better than some of the fucking rappers on there. If Chris Brown, and just like Ed Lover said on that Come On Son, which is some of the best shit in hip hop, if Chris Brown is out rapping you, shoot your fucking self. There's no reason for you. There is no reason for you to be rapping if a singer is out rapping you. Drake, stop all the fucking singing. If you want to be an R&B, or you want to be a singer, make an R&B album. Plain and simple. You know, there are rappers who sing, like Fonte, he sings here and there. You know what I'm saying? But the motherfucker don't sing on every single record. This man Drake sings on every record. He did it on the last one. And then you can sit here and say, and grade that as a 4 out of 5, as a hip hop album. There's no possible fucking way. But then I can look on the same website and hear one of the best albums I heard this year, that J Live, that J Live album, the SPTA, get a 3.5, a 3.5. What the fuck? Where did hip hop lose its way? When did it become cool for singers to rap? When did it become cool for these so-called editors of these magazines and the heads of these websites to accept the weak shit that's constantly coming out? It's like we didn't just they all conform to it, like fuck it. It ain't gonna get no better, it can't be no better, so we just gonna make ourselves like it. No, that's why it's the way it is. The reason why hip hop is the way it is because people are accepting the shit that these motherfuckers are bringing out. Plain and simple. If you're a true hip hop fan and you love the art, if you love people like the Roots, if you love people like J Live, Blue, Elzai, whoever else that you consider, Pharoah Monch, Talib Kweli, Most Def, I refuse to call that motherfucker by whatever this new name he got. I don't even know how to pronounce it. But Most Def, Jean Grey, man, I mean, this is so many. You know what I'm saying? Then it's time for the people, you know, it's time for us to stand up and take our music back. It's time. Busta Rhymes is one of the best motherfuckers in the history of hip hop. But for him to go over there and sign with Cash Money, I'm not feeling that. He's a legend. Plain and simple. Busta is a legend. Ain't nobody over there fucking with Busta. You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple. I just feel like that label is beneath him. Well, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like that shit is beneath him as an MC. This is the motherfucker. As I come out through all the mind, wheeler. You know what I'm saying? Who just about killed everybody on Scenario. And you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I don't know, man. Hip hop is whack right now. Real talk. Mainstream hip hop is whack. You know what I'm saying? Every time you come on the radio, you hearing the same. I mean, I very rarely listen to the radio unless I'm in the car or something. You cut on the radio, you hearing the same shit. And then it has the same fucking beats. Those ang, 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 ang. What the fuck has happened to the music? What has happened? Anyway, this your man Big Zizzo signing off. I got a little upset right there, man, but the love I have for hip hop music runs deep. And I have too much respect for artists who are out there putting that real shit out there to continuously let these weak artists be the ones who rule rap. You know, it's getting to a point where it's getting ridiculous. There's no way the Roots album should come out in the same year as Lil Wayne, and Lil Wayne almost sell 1,000,000 copies in 1 week, and the Roots are probably not gonna sell 1,000,000 copies in a year. Well, and nobody sees a problem with that. That's just the way they feel like it's supposed to be. Nobody wants to come out and say Lil Wayne is whack. None of these artists, none of these true MCs want to come out and say Lil Wayne is whack because they don't want to be viewed as haters. Anyway, this Big Z is signing out. Peace.